Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. So if you follow me on Twitter, which you should, there's a link in the description to do that, you'll know I've been asking a few questions about some cheap unusuals and what you think the max price for that video should be. And that was all to do with the video which is actually coming out tomorrow. It was going to be today, but I decided I wanted to make this video today instead. So what this video is going to be is basically showcasing to you guys my favorite budget unusual effects and the best budget unusual effects. I mean, I get it. I know you guys might not have a lot of keys to spend on a really nice unusual, or maybe the hat that you want is the more expensive part and you want to know some decent effects that can be put on those hats that aren't going to absolutely break the bank. So today we're going to be covering the best budget effects in TF2. Obviously these are my own opinion, you guys can disagree if you want, but let me know in the comments what your favorite budget unusual effects is down below. I also want to start putting fan art at the start of my videos again. I used to do it a while ago, but then I just completely lost it. So if you have made any fan art for me, then throw it into my Discord server. There's a fan art room in there. So anyway, let's get into this. So the first effect I actually want to show you guys and talk to you guys about is TF logo. I absolutely love this effect. There's something about the really simple design, really clean look of the effect, and the color as well that makes me really like this. I'm not 100% sure why this is such a cheap effect. I think it has to do with the fact that it's quite a small one and it's only a circling effect, but still it's really nice and it might feature quite a bit in the video tomorrow. Just a heads up. The next two effects I want to show you actually kind of go together, and they are Disco Beatdown and Miami Nights. Now, I know pretty much all of you at this point know how I feel about Disco Beatdown. Hands down the best effect in the game, at least in my opinion. And Miami Nights is a bit like a downgraded version. You've not got all the disco balls jumping around in there, but so many of these hats got unboxed with those effects on it when it first came out. It made the supply much higher than the demand, which drove the prices of the hats down so far, and it's actually a super cheap effect. They're both super cheap effects now on the vast majority of hats. So honestly, these are really good looking effects as well. Miami Nights, I know a lot of people like. Disco Beatdown, obviously the best effect in the game, in my opinion, and they're just cheap as well. It's absolutely perfect. Okay, so a lot of these effects are actually going to be put together because they are so similar. So these next two are steaming and smoking. Now, these ones are a little bit different because they have an actual really low tier effect. But I'm kind of into that. Like, I really like a lot of these low tier effects, and I like most unusual effects in the game. And I feel like with steaming and smoking, they're just so clean and they look so nice that even though they are low tier effects, they would be put in a really nice set in my opinion, and sometimes some of the steaming and smoking loadouts that I get sent actually look better than ones that just have a bunch of unusual effects thrown into them. So I mean, they are really cheap, they do look pretty good, and they can work really well with like a black or a white loadout, which is amazing because I know a lot of people actually have those. So yeah, pretty good. Okay, so this next one is actually quite different, and that is mainly because this is meant to be known as a more mid-tier effect, or at least in my opinion it is, and that is green energy. Now, green energy used to be my favorite effect, hands down, before I really discovered the amazingness that was Disco Beatdown, and that was mostly because my favorite color was green, and it was one of the best effects to have in the game to match that, and recently I've noticed that it's not nearly the same price as I remember it being. Not 100% sure why this was, but once again, it's such a clean effect and I really like it. I know a lot of people have green loadouts and stuff like that, or effects or loadouts set up that would work really well with just a green unusual effect. So this is an awesome effect. I mean, you've got the green confetti and you've got stuff like that, but I feel like green energy on some hats is actually only about 30 keys, which is pretty insane and is actually becoming a fairly cheap option. It's still more expensive than most of the things on this list, however, but it's still not too much and it's not breaking the bank as much as some other higher tier effects. And for some reason, purple energy always gets placed much higher than it, so I don't get that. So that is going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it, and there were a couple of more effects that I wanted to add into this list, but I didn't want to talk to you guys forever about a bunch of unusual effects that aren't super interesting, and yeah, so that's pretty much going to do it for the video. Like I said, I hope you do enjoy it. I hope you're excited about this video tomorrow, which is going to cover something similar to this video. It's probably not great timing for me to do this, but either way, thank you so much for watching. Hope you're excited about the video tomorrow, and I'll see you all then. Goodbye.